So part 13 is all about the Arverni here, and I'm faced with a dilemma. I have these 4 armies here, just slightly to the west. There's Caesar in the middle, and the settlement I need to take is here slightly to the east. It's a walled settlement. Oh, interesting, the Arverni. Vercingetorix is named King of the Arverni by his people. He sends ambassadors in every direction, entreating his people to keep their fealty. He quickly gains the support of the Senones, Parisii, Pictones, Caderci, Turones, or whatever, and those who border on the ocean. As such, supreme command is conferred to him by unanimous consent. Ah. So Caesar's arch enemy, the one who nearly starved Rome into submission, came from the Arverni. Quite interesting. However, my dilemma remains, and the problem is this. If I'm at war with them, and if I move through this territory here, this forested area, I expose myself to a very, very, very high chance of ambush. This is ambush territory, and I think if I'm ambushed, no, I'm pretty sure if I'm ambushed, my other armies, so having 4 armies, becomes completely unimportant. So if you're ambushed, your other armies can't come to support. So I am faced with a gulf basically here. If they attack me, I can ambush them. If I attack them, I'm going to get ambushed myself. And my only solution is to do this. Now the Arverni...
My time is better spent feasting and hunting than listening. So be quick with your chattering.
Would accept a peace treaty. Especially if I throw in a little gold.
Oh my.
Which means that, although I'm only just trustworthy, and I will lose this rating, it does mean that I'm going to be able to attack without being ambushed. I can take Caesar, Mark Antony, my 2 supporting armies,
our path is blocked.
and pop them right on the border here.
Ready for battle.
And all I need is 1 turn. 1 turn of peace where they don't attack me. Don't need to worry about that settlement yet. And I can take their settlement. I'm going to lose a lot of my trustworthiness.
Once we were proud to be your allies, but the years change much in men's hearts, do they not?
Interesting. So, the more you expand, the more the other tribes begin to hate you. And I've noticed that my alliances are beginning to fall apart. Which makes me think that it's...
We have had friendship, but now you must find your own feast. How treaties and agreements are done.
Which is going to mean... Because if you just look here, what I'm faced now with, this tribe and this tribe are no longer my allies, which leaves me in a far trickier position. This is no longer secure. So after taking the Arverni, I am going to have to head south and secure my flank. Now they obviously realise, I mean the AI is set to realise that when there's overwhelming forces headed your way, you may as well escape. Oh god, these are Greeks. These are Greeks. Greeks are the hardest against Romans. It troubles me. Makes me wonder whether I should be building another army here to get ready for the revolt. I'll come back to that. Right now though, it's time to take this settlement by the dirtiest means possible. And I think I'm going to need 3 armies to do it.
Make haste, men. At your command. Advance. You have further orders?
3 armies to do it. But I'm not going to be able to attack these 2 armies this turn. Undoubtedly, they're going to come down and try to take my settlement here. So I'm going to take this army, pop them in there, maybe reinforce them with this second army here. But I'll leave that to the turn after. Let's see how this battle goes first. I'm going to attack one of their generals. He may run, but if I can kill him,
beware of wolves in the dark.
That's it.
We have achieved much for Rome.
So I wounded him, which means I'm only facing a captain. And if I can send Caesar here
Ready for battle.
against him, if he doesn't run away,
Attack for Rome.
declaring war shortly after signing a peace treaty is considered an act of treachery and is condemned by all factions. Now unreliable. Things are going to get very interesting now. And this has worked. So I don't need to face them in a walled settlement anymore. Face them on the field. Maybe another long battle. Again, if you've watched my previous videos, you know that I'm not the quickest player in my battles. I like to expend all my ammo first. But especially when you're facing this many troops, you want to exterminate as many of them as possible. I'm facing them on the open field here. So right away I notice, okay, 1 village, 2 village, 3 villages. Excellent. My reinforcements are coming in from the right hand side here, which means that I basically have my left flank almost secured for me. There's a very small gap here, but I can use this village very much to my advantage. So put my giant ballista at the back. I'm not going to put them one in front of each other as I did last time, because I now know I'll only destroy myself with that tactic. I'm not really forming these troops up at this stage, because all I want to do is get my reinforcements on quickly and then form up. I'm going to have my ballista fire at will, actually, on second thoughts, because I want them to leave as soon as possible.
Today, together, we shall have victory.
Right, here come the reinforcements. Excellent. If you'll watch my other videos, you'll also know that I tend to go somewhat quiet when I'm concentrating, so as always, excuse me. I try to explain what I'm doing as much as possible, but yeah, sometimes I have to think while I'm playing as well. So I'm bringing the artillery down. I'm going to keep them on auto fire. Putting these spear units up at the front here. Oh, it looks like I've got a fairly large charge on the right flank here. So I'm going to take the rest of my spearmen and have them guard. Yep, Light horse coming on my left flank, I can counter that. All I'm doing at the moment is I need to make sure that I don't miss anything really. It's quite easy to not notice a certain unit or a single unit when you have so many to control. Put my archers way down at the back here. Move my heavy legionary back. As always, I pull my non-necessary generals back. Okay, I have one on the left flank. Gallic hunters. I'm gonna have my cavalry attack their archers. They shouldn't last very long. Giant ballista. Have them attack that big mass there. My other ballista fire as well. So I'm just letting my spearmen take the brunt of the charges at the moment. Right now I'm really just concentrating on staying organised. Trying to get my troops organised, make sure I'm not missing anything, and holding them on the flanks. I want to get these guys in attacking Testudos, that's not working. So I have to do this by individual unit. If your units are engaged in battle, they won't form Testudo. But this unit's already lost too many, so I'm going to pull them back. Levy freemen and axe warriors. I'm going to send 1, 2, 3 units of legionaries to attack these. Pull my cavalry back to draw them out. Pull my other cavalry forward. At this point I'm using my legionaries, my heavy legionaries, to reinforce the spearmen. And this group of cavalry that you see on the left here, using them to actually draw those 2 units of infantry away. Got a unit very damaged. Very damaged spearmen, so I'm going to pull them back. That's not good. Got archers being destroyed by mounted axemen, so I'll pull them back. So I have a huge mass of troops here being attacked. Pull my artillery back. These cavalry seem going to move even further away. Right, so using Caesar to take on the mounted axemen because they're chasing some of my archers. I'm going to use my cavalry units here to take out their archers. in the middle. Right now I'm just looking for very damaged units, otherwise they can just continue firing as normal. Looking for any who are particularly in particular trouble. And watching my left flank to make sure that I don't get I don't miss anything really. Right, more skirmishes in the middle. So this is when the cavalry come into their own. Oof, got a unit that took a real pounding here, so pull these legionaries back. Use the whip. Ah. Caesar did his work. His archers aren't too damaged, I'll pull them forward. And now I have some very damaged units, I'm going to start pulling them off. Pulling them back, pulling them off, getting them out of the battle as quickly as possible. Just see what I have left, who's in the middle. Plenty of... Oh! Ballista walking to the middle of a battle. Terrible. Right. What are you doing? Retreat. They've run out of ammo. Retreat. See, it's just become such a mess in the middle here that I'm really struggling to control, to maintain any control really. At least my left flank is secure. I'm going to bring all those units back, and they're going to. Their reinforcements will be here any minute. So, oh, I won! Far quicker than I thought. Far messier than I wanted. Excuse me. Again, not my ideal battle. I prefer it when I can pick them off bit by bit. Okay, I lost one unit there. Just one. Destroyed all of them, apart from one general.
Is that all?
Doesn't matter.
For battle at once.
So taking their settlement should be
Ready for battle.
an automatic affair.
At your command.
Mark Antony's army.
Ready for orders.
Mark Antony's army is quite damaged, so I'm going to use the other army to actually take the settlement. Yep, there is no defense, so I'm going to occupy that.
At your command.
Makes that army immobile. There's one general down here. I'm going to try and take him out with spy. Don't want any stragglers. I have no chance of killing him at all. I do have champions though, so I could use one of my champions. There's a very good veteran here. How many stars? 8. Let's see if he can't. What? For some reason, this character is immune to assassination. Maybe I'll have to wait till next time. Maybe he'll just disappear. There's only 24 left, and they are having trouble. Okay. Now I have to hold both settlements. I've got 3 large armies in the middle. If they manage to ambush me, I'll be in trouble. So I'm going to pull Caesar back out of the way, out of harm's way. His troops need time to recover. He needs 1 unit replenished. I'm going to pull Mark Antony out of the way for the same reason.
Is that all?
And then begin to convert this settlement here. Now I'm looking for public order more than anything else. Probably won't need to raise troops here. At least I don't plan on it. Maybe later, but I'll come back to that. Right now, I just need to think about how I'm going to hold this province and pacify it without being ambushed. I'm going to pull this army up to reinforce. So they're going to have to force march these guys. Shall I upgrade them before I go? They're pretty terrible units to begin with. I think that'll be a waste of money, so I'm just gonna put them behind. Now, because you put them so close like this, as you see that sort of red area, oops, shit. It's going to increase the chance of war with these guys because I went through their land, which I didn't mean to do. This sphere of influence, the red area here, means that they shouldn't be able to ambush that unit. And yeah, I now have a terrible reputation, unreliable. Gallic Federation hate me because I just trespassed over their land by accident. I've had two tribes, Britannia here and Massilia here, cancel their defensive alliance with me. I have two client states, both of whom do not like me, and I only have one real ally left, the Adui, who are, as you can see here, really quite powerful. They're in the white area, by far the biggest. The others are all fairly small tribes, and individually you can deal with them because you can take them bit by bit. Interesting. My income's gone up, having taken that province, and with the chance of revolt or war growing, I'm going to raise another army back here. And it doesn't really matter who I choose. Let's take another Crassus.
Ready for orders.
Let's have them recruit another army. Second cohort. First cohort, very tough. Heavy legionaries. I'll start with the core.
Soldiering, it's a good life.
There we go. And that'll do for this turn.
We hunger for battle.
Let's see what they do in return. What are they gonna do? Are they going to attack? Yes, they are. Ambush! How did you do that? Oh, I hate this. Oh, gutted. Against my weakest army, they're going to ambush me. This is the worst situation. I'm going to possibly lose the entire army. I'm going to pause this episode here and start with the next one. See you in part 14.